Hello dear Crusader Kings 3 players, I'm Athalas. Welcome back to my channel with a new video of my character suggestion series. In today's video, I wanted to focus on a nomadic culture. Nomadic people are a good example of accumulation of cultural features from different people. As the nomads travel, they bring some habits to newly migrated area and they adopt some practices from the people they interact on the way. Therefore, we can see them as a transition zone between different cultures. And when we think about the nomadic people, Turkic people takes the lead. They lived in a large area starting from the Central Asian steppes to the Carpathian basin of today's Hungary. Because of the immensely large dispersal of Turkic people, they interacted with many different cultures, including Chinese, Persian, Russian, Greek, and even Germanic people, and they adopted many important practices from those cultures for mostly political purposes. Of course, one of the leading cultural aspects they adopted over the way was religion. Therefore, I wanted to introduce you some Turkic characters to play in Crusader Kings 3 with different belief systems. One of the first cultures with the Turkic heritage who changed their religion was Uyghurs. Just before 100 years from the first starting point of Crusader Kings 3, the Khan of Uyghur people adopted Manichaeism during a military campaign they executed against the Tang Empire. Uyghur Khan Bokusekin had 3 days of discussion with Mani priests before accepting the Manichaean religion. After that, the religion of the state became Manichaeism, and high-ranking missionaries traveled to Central Asia from Persia to spread the newly established state religion. Not long after their conversion, the Uyghur Khanate collapsed in the 9th century, and the fleeing refugees from the Khanate formed the Kingdom of Karakoca, or simply Koca. And they continued practicing Manichaeism, which crosses our paths with the second king of Koca Kingdom, Bakut. There's not much information about the origin of Koca kings, however they claim to be descended from previous Uyghur rulers. In the game, he is a young Uyghur king who rules a country divided by many different faiths and under the risk of rebellion. There is a large influence of Buddhism in Koca Kingdom, and by playing him you could decide whether you should restore the Manichaeism to its golden age back or adopt Buddhism to adapt the changing environment in the best way. Before we continue with the second character, could you please consider subscribing to my channel? The main motivation behind my work is your humble subscriptions, and if I reach enough subscribers, I will be able to activate some features that are offered by YouTube, such as dividing the videos into different chapters. In addition, I'm creating content about strategy games such as Baldur's Gate 3 and Crusader Kings 3, and if you like this video, you might want to check out my other videos in the channel. Now we can continue with the second culture. Khazars were a group of Turkic people who lived in today's Russia between 7th and 10th centuries. They emerged from Western Turkic Khanate and settled between Ukraine and Caucasian mountains. Although it is debated, some sources claim that Khazars were converted as masses to Jewish faith during 8th century. As I stated, the claim is debated, however Paradox preferred to make use of that claim, and Khazar people in the Crusader Kings 3 are depicted as preachers of Jewish faith. In 867 start date, Khazars are one of the largest and most powerful countries you can start to play as. However, I want to focus on a vassal of Khazar Khanate rather than focusing on itself. Zechariah of Don Valley. Zechariah is a young vassal with no heir at the age of 27. He's a preacher of Jewish faith as their overlords. However, there's something special with him. He and his sister Yeldam are the descendants and sole survivors of the noteworthy clan Asena, which founded Göktürk Confederation, 1st and 2nd Turkic Khanates in 6th century. Although they were quite unstable, those Khanates controlled the Central Asian steppes for approximately 300 years. Also, Clan Asena was the first Turkic tribe who erected monolithic structures with inscriptions on them. Those structures, called Orhun inscriptions, are still the oldest surviving written evidence by Turkic people. The clan was uniquely influential in Central Asia. They even had their own legend in which they are believed to be descended from a grey she-wolf called Asena, which is probably the etymological origin of the word Asena. After the fall of Turkic Khanates, they ruled small confederations, including the Volga River, as depicted in Crusader Kings 3. By playing Zakaria of Asena, players can either return back to the steppes and adopt old Turkic religion to restore the legendary Asena Clan, or they might spread the word of Moses over the Eastern Europe. The third character comes from the same location in a different timeline. Khan Akkad of Dulo. House Dulo was the ruling dynasty of a Turkic people called Bulgars, which eventually migrated west and became the political elite and ruler class of today's Bulgaria. They were a warrior tribe prominent in Balkans, today's Ukraine, and Volga Bulgaria region as shown in the game, and they came to the Europe with the invasion of Attila the Hun in 5th century. Following Attila's death, Bulgars, led by first known figure of Dulo clan, Kubrat, retreated around modern Ukraine and formed Old Great Bulgaria. Kubrat was an influential character and he was claiming descent from the third son of Attila. Despite his claim, his realm did not live long enough and destroyed by Khazars, which forced Bulgars to migrate east to Volga region, where we can find Khan Akkad of Dulo in 1066 start. He is a direct descendant of Kubrat and supposedly Attila the Hun. His ancestor Almış adopted Sunni Islam in 10th century to ensure an alliance between their clan and the Caliphate. Probably they benefited this alliance and ruled the region for 3 centuries until the famous Mongol invasion. House Dulo is a nice opportunity to form the Hunnic Confederation again by claiming descent from Attila the Hun and spread over modern Russia and Eastern Europe. Also, the players might try to become new caliphate of the northern steppes by staying as a Muslim ruler. And this was the last character I want to talk about. If you like the concept, you might want to check other character suggestion videos in my channel. There are many content in my channel that might gain your attention, from mythology to medieval history. Also, I'd like to read your own experiences about Turkic characters in Crusader Kings 3, therefore do not hesitate to share your own ideas and experiences in the comments down below. For now, goodbye.